Hello and welcome to Sacred State Oracle. I'm doing weekly pick a card general readings to receive intuitive messages for you. Feel free to pause the video to tune in and see which card calls to you. It's general reading, so take what resonates. And remember, no card reading should dictate your life. Always trust your own intuition and use common sense. If you find these readings helpful, feel free to like the video, subscribe, and click the bell so you'll know when a new one is up. Your support means a lot and helps the space grow. With that being said, I'm so glad you're here. Let's dive in. Hello, deck number one. How are you guys today? Welcome to this week Pick a Card general reading. This week, I do not really have any questions besides maybe what your spirit animals want you to know. What your spirit animals want you to know, deck number one. If you chose card number one, this reading is for you. So let's just flip it over and see what shows up. Okay, deck number one. You got a Crow Spirit. Co-create with Spirit. This card is all about tuning into your own essence and knowledge of connection and interconnection with everything that is around you. This card is all about believing in the magic and weaving it into your daily life. Allowing, creating space for spirit to step in and help, for spirit to step in and guide, for spirit to step in and put together a way, connection of people or opportunities or meaningful synchronicities to come through. This is an invitation to remember that you do not create by yourself, or you don't have to. That decisions you make, the words you say, they all have ripple effect, and not just yourself or people surround you. If you're kind to someone, they might be, and you cheer them up that day, they might go out and continue with the kindness, and vice versa. And this is what I'm feeling through this Crow Spirit card. Invitation to the curiosity of the world, to the little things that we've forgotten, to use your imagination and natural playfulness that's within you still, even though you haven't played in a million years. Spirit wants you to experience joy in life, no matter of what might just occur or things that you experience that are not necessarily joyful or exciting. There are still deeper mysteries to discover, little blinks from the universe, little not blinks, sorry, little winks from the universe to discover, to tune into. There is more to this life and experience that maybe you are focusing on right now, deck number one. I want to see what else your spirit animals, spirit allies want to let you know for the week ahead. Let's see. And you've got a bad spirit, intuition. Let me put it right here on this side. And then you got the ram, determination. So your spirit animals step in to let you know that it is good to rely on your intuition when it comes to making decisions in your life. But also, it is the determination that helps you to make things happening as well. It's like a connection between like this middle card that says co-create with spirit, where the spirit and intuitive whispers come from, or I want to say like intuitive whispers come from the spirit world. But for you to make it happen, in the physical world, that's when sometimes you need to rely on your determination. Many things too, not just like going and doing something physical, but also determine and be sure that you are confident in that spirit is behind you, confident that, and you're determined to believe without any doubt that spirit is there supporting you, that everything that is happening organized the way that it needs to be. There's no mistakes, no not a consequence, no accidents. And in the end, everything will be known. And even though you might be feeling like you stumbling in the darkness, you're not alone. That's big mystery of life to go through, often feeling like maybe you don't belong, or maybe you are just exhausted from certain challenges in life, and where your heart and mind desire different things that appearing in your life. But the trusting the plan, trusting that everything is happening for your own good. And I'm saying that as a good reminders for my own day-to-day life, that whatever just happened with me is for me. And everything was happening with you is for you. But the determination of that ram and those flowers around it just make me feel that it's not just the physical actions to take, it's also have that determination of faith, determination of belief in yourself and the goodness of the world. I mean, last week reading was also to do a lot with the full moon, and we just had a full moon, and then this crow comes with a full moon behind it as well. So the healing and release continues, and in the darkness, in the quietness, is that where things are happening too. And you need to go into the quiet to hear your intuition louder than other voices in your life right now. So that's what I'm feeling for you, deck number 1. When it comes when it comes to messages from your spirit animals, from your allies in the spirit world. I hope this resonates, and I wish you a great week ahead. Take care. Hello, deck number 2. Welcome to this week Pick a Card general reading. Today, for the week ahead, I really didn't have any questions to ask intuitively, besides feeling drawn to animal decks and seeing what the animal spirits have to show us for the week ahead. So if you chose card number 2, this reading is for you. Let's flip the card over and see what it shows us. You got the Frog Spirit, deck number 2. Frog Spirit says, clear out the clutter. Where do I begin with that? Let's see what it's going to give me. So for some of you, I feel like there have been shifts lately that were amplified by the full moon. And certain emotions, certain things start emerging from the depth of you. And you might have been not wanting to process whatever's coming up, and you might still have resistance to it, but it's part of the clearing process. I feel intuitively that it's still there, and more of it needs to be addressed and moved, and processed, so it's not, there, cluttering your energies, so that all can go and make space for new. It's almost like this frog wants to, I don't know, as soon as I flip it over and I read intuitively, it felt like the frog had a seed and it wanted to plant that seed. And to me, it just symbolizes something new that wants to emerge in your life, deck number 2. But there's only so much space energetically that we can hold. And so, in order for this new thing to come into your life and be planted, at least something old needs to be moved. And often it's it's all connected energetically. So even those emotions or whatever might be that coming up for you or been coming up in the past days around the full moon that we just had, like all that could be energetically cleared and released. Because I don't necessarily feel that clear out the clutter means physical clearing out, although it's always really beneficial to start moving things that no longer has a usage for you in your home and get rid of them so they don't just occupy the space aimlessly, because everything has its vibration. And I feel like if it's not needed there, then it creates the clutter, part of the clutter. And before you know it, there's too much of that. So that's what I'm saying. Mostly I feel it's emotional decluttering, but and of course it could mean some of the old patterns that don't serve you anymore, the way of you used to believe or behave or think. That could be considered clutter too, but more so working with yourself on that than physical clutter. But if your room is a mess, if your house is a mess, if your garden is a mess, that it also could be invitation to go ahead and get outside and or in your home and clear that out. What else deck number 2 needs to know for the week ahead? Got 2 cards. Budger Spirit says, be fearless and bold. And then you have a fox one that says, think on your feet. Very coy looking fox, of course. Let me see. Let me tune in. So when I look at the badger and tuning into the energy of the card, it put a smile on my face. It is the energy I get from it is like that. Even though the card says be fearless and bold, but I received a lot of softness from it. Like the fearlessness and boldness doesn't have to be loud or in your face. It could be pretty soft, but still unshakable. Just showing up, knowing that you can do it, you can go through it, celebrating your victories, celebrating small victories is what I'm getting from the card. It just felt like summer is here, and there's just this energies of, I don't know, some kind of playfulness, and it just does not come as something, big and loud. I don't know if it makes sense. It feels like you can be fearless and bold without all that noise that could come with it. You can be bold and fearless by choosing to do something for yourself every day and being consistent about it. You can be fearless and bold and quietly go and start a new chapter of your life. You don't have to share with anyone about it. You can go and start pursuing your education and not tell anyone about it. But that is a bold and fearless choice, right? And so the fox spirit, let's switch to the foxy and see what she's saying here. Who is like, think on your feet, is faster energies. To me, faster moving energies when I'm looking at her. So perhaps once you start clearing out that old is when the new energies are start coming in, and that's when new adaptations is what I'm thinking. Like you will have to adapt because the things that are coming are not necessarily the things you were expecting, and so you're not necessarily prepared. So you will have to think on your feet how to approach it, or how to incorporate those new things in your life, and how to activate things in you that you've forgotten. That's interesting. That's a message for someone. But it's something that will move it like the slow water of the pond into something more quicker. Is that what I'm feeling? Yeah. So I am thankful for those spirit animals showing up today with their messages. And thank you guys for tuning in for the week ahead. I hope it's amazing, and that you'll have time to clear out the clutter that might be still bugging your energies, and make the decisions that are bold and fearless and stick with them, and then be prepared for new things coming into your life. I wish you all love, all light, all the good things, and I talk to you next week. Hello, deck number 3. Welcome to this week Pick a Card general reading. I am very excited you're here. Today we're going to be tuning to the animals, and like to the spirit animals, and see what kind of messages they have for us. And if you chose card number 3, this reading is for you. So let's just flip it over and see what kind of messages spirit animals are delivering for you this week. Bad spirit, a rebirth is assured. Who likes hearing those messages that there's rebirth and death, and rebirth and death? I'm not mean to sound a little bit negative today, but and obviously life is all about changes and transformations, and it never really sits stagnant too long. And if it does, it means something is not working really. We do want those energies to move. But let me just tune into the card and see what else it wants to show up. But as I said it, a giant yawn just erupted. And that to me symbolizes that for a while you guys been kind of passive, not in a hurry. You didn't want to change whatever is happening. You're okay with the situation, or you almost like you were asleep. But now it's time to come back to your forgotten plans or purpose. Come back to promises you've made yourself or to yourself and haven't fulfilled yet. Come back to being more present and not hiding behind everyday's errands and everyday's chores, but come back to things that you promised. I feel like what's coming back, or what's coming over and over, is like promises you made yourself. This is what you're going to be doing. I don't feel like a major rebirth moment, like a tower moment in tarot, but almost like coming slowly to life, in a sense, when the winter is gone and then snow is melting, and slowly but surely we start getting grass and small buds and things like that. So it's not like a big rough change right away, but it feels like it's time. It's time to hear those nudges. It's time to hear those changes that are calling, and be tuned in and start taking actions and rubbing your eyes open. Let's see what else spirit animals want to tell you. I got this card falling down. Oh my God, look, look at this. It's another bat. And this card already showed up for deck number 1, I believe. Yeah, deck number 1 got a bat. Wow. 2 bats. This one also talks about intuition. I'm sorry, I'm just so like blown away that there are 2 bats right here. I guess it's a confirmation for you guys. Maybe there's more than one that we're asleep and now we're gathering into, what is it called when there's group of bats? I don't know. Maybe you guys all asleep and now it's time to leave the cave where all of you were hiding. Do bats hibernate or no? I don't know. I'm getting another big yawn and apologize. Wow, interesting. And I just did 2 readings before you, and I didn't feel like that at all. So yes, coming back from the darkness, coming back from being asleep, coming back from not moving much. What else? I feel like the people who listen to this message will also know what it points out to, because it feels like quite specific, especially with 2 bats showing up. When it comes to intuition, perhaps it's something you haven't really relied on or look into developing. You kind of, maybe life slowed down for you for a time being, for whatever reason. But now it's time to wake up. Now it's time to start something new. And you can start listening and working with your intuition to see what that might new page be for you. Okay? I'm going to say little bats. Okay, bats. Deck number 3, you are bats. Okay. Which deck should I use? I feel like I can use this one. Let's see what else spirit animals want to tell you. Strength. You might require strength to wake up to whatever you're woken up to. Maybe that's not something you like to see, but you can overcome whatever comes your way. Deck number 3. And you can definitely start living again. It almost like felt, what an example that comes to mind is that if you lost a loved one and been grieving for a very long time and life seemed meaningless, that there is some kind of what do you call it? There's some kind of steering within the energies in you or around you that kind of start nudging you to being awake. But again, it didn't feel like sudden awakeness or a big powerful one. It just feels like it's time. It's time. And here we go. We got healing. Perhaps you were so slow and you're kind of asleep because you were processing and healing. It's interesting too that you got 2 horned animals and the 2 birds. And birds. Bats. Oh my gosh. 2 bats and 2 horned animals here. The deer and the elk. Oh, okay. So it might be that it is something to do with the loved one, a partner, someone, obviously in like romantic relationship, because we have these pairs. And perhaps that's what you've been asleep for a long time. Maybe you are not opening to love after you've been hurt and not believing that someone there for you. But now you are awakening to living again. I don't know. Honestly, it might be something to do with a pair. So like, divine feminine and, well, I'm just gonna say that that what divine partnership. That would go. Fine, I can spit the words out of my mouth. But I'm not getting anything specific or clear, so I'm just gonna flip this third card that fell out to see. You got a turtle here, and it says satisfaction. Interesting. So what is coming for you? Deck number 3 is some kind of satisfaction after you waking up, after you go through your rebirth. Oh, interesting. The deck number 3, like I'm not getting like super clear messages for you. I don't know why. It's like it's slow energies, even like the turtle is slow. Like we were talking about how you're waking up slowly to this, and then the turtle is also like obviously a slow animal, so the energies feel slow, and I feel slow. I feel like yawning, and like just like even talking is an effort. And maybe that's what the strength you need right now is to almost like make yourself move, get out of your bed, get out of your house, step outside, go do something to help that healing. If you were maybe processing something very, very difficult, and not wanting to connect with the world around you, now is the nudge of like a little bit of like, okay, it's time, and you have that strength to do it. It might be a slow process, but there is some kind of still satisfaction that the turtle indicates. Yeah, but the energy of this cards deck number 3 is like tiring. I'm just like so tired all of a sudden doing this reading. And honestly, again, like it's not super clear. So I hope you can let me know in the comments what the heck is going on, because they are not giving me anything super clear. But I know it will resonate with someone. All right, deck number 3. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I hope you have an amazing week. Take care.